Aloha, it's Flash, and welcome back to another great episode of the United 808 podcast. A lot of ground to cover today, including the Section 8 meetings, temporary hazard pay, Maui Strong, where I got this super cool shirt, social media, yes, social media, and so much more. Plus, we address the pink elephant in the room. Guys, looks like they've been waiting for their boss a long time. Hopefully they've got their wine garden rights. Aloha and welcome back to another episode of the United 808 podcast. I'm your host, Flash, once again joined by our UPW State Director, Fearless Leader, Kalani Werner. Aloha, Kalani. Thanks.
Aloha, brother.
So great to be doing this again with you today.
Yeah, second time's always the charm, isn't it?
It's been too long. It's been too long. We've got a lot to talk about, big year coming up, but I gotta ask.
What's up?
The pink nails. What's going on there?
It's a 7-year tradition. Me and my brothers and sisters at OCCC carry. Every October, we'll paint our fingernails pink in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Don't make me cry.
No.
Are you gonna make me cry right now?
We had a beautiful coworker. Her name was Katie Manuma. She worked with us, and when she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer on the breast, the workers weren't allowed to come to work with a pink ribbon on our uniform because we were told it's out of uniform. And
Wow.
we were threatened with write-ups and discipline. So we found in the policy, it read that an officer could come to work with fingernail polish as long as it was the same solid color. And it was clear that it said employee. It didn't say male or female. Next day, all the officers showed up with their pink fingernail polish. And it's an awareness that we bring every October in support. Katie's no longer with us, and this is one way we honor her every October to show support. And when we go out in public and someone sees a large Hawaiian with pink fingernails, they're like, what's that about? First thing we say is we ask it, did you have your loved ones get tested? Because that's an ugly disease, and we try to bring any awareness we can.
Yeah, I think I speak for myself personally, and I'm sure everybody watching or listening. I mean, everyone knows someone directly that has been affected by cancer, so that's awesome.
That is so true, and that's why when you know someone that's gone through it, and they've if they're in remission and they beat it, they've lost that battle. The fight they go through, wearing fingernail polish for 31 days don't mean nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's just a way to show support, bring awareness to this. But it's also a bonding moment because when the other officers show up, you always just laugh because they end up getting their toes done also. And you're like, nobody sees your toes. Why are you getting your toes too? And they're, it's got to match. I know it's not done, so I got to get them matching. Okay, you're going beyond the purpose. So, so a bonding ability.
So, your toes?
Regular. It's just
Are we sure?
Yeah. It's just the fingernails. But I'm going to tell you, this round, my wife made me get the full spa treatment and felt a little beyond, but I enjoyed it. So.
All right. Well, now we're on to a little more serious stuff. 2024, big year ahead. We've got some elections coming up and some really key positions opening up, including the unit chief stewards, the secretaries, treasurer, and just general stewards. Now, why are these positions important and why should we all care?
Well, that's the voice and the force in the workplace. And you got to make sure the person that holds that position, brother or sister, they're able to make sure they have everyone's concern and not just their own. But also, more importantly, whoever holds that chief steward position, they have the ability to sit on what's known as the full negotiating committee. And that's the ones that actually go over all the proposals statewide. And that's the one that help build the contract stronger for our workers. And that's why it's so key that that individual has everyone's best interest in play and not their own when they sit at that table. But this round of elections during that time, we're actually, when we come out to each base yards and we're holding small Section 8s at that time, we're going to be assisting them in writing contract proposals for the next contract negotiations in 2024. So it's a big year coming up in 2024. There's a lot going on, and that's just a step one. And the chief stewards is such a key role for this union's function.
So what you're saying is we all need to get out and vote.
We all need to get out and vote. We need to find those member leaders in the Bayshard. We need to look for those guys that's willing to step up. You need to go find that one crazy guy that got everybody on board and painting their nails pink to stand up to their employer to take it that little extra mile. That's what we need.
Right. And it's really important because coming up, you've got the 2025 contract proposals. So this vote and these positions getting filled now is laying the groundwork for that next contract, right?
Correct. And that's why it's so key that there's so much things that we can identify as we go out to our Section 8 meetings or our informational meetings, and we talk to the members and we hear them directly that they wanted to put proposals in, but they just didn't know how. And that falls on us as a union to be able to work with the members to understand how to get that through and make sure their voices are heard.
So get out there and vote. Now, tell us when the current contract is running out, because it seems like it's a long ways away, but we're almost in 2024 already.
So it'll be June of 2025. And we get the ball rolling in 2024 for the negotiations. Actually, in April of 2024 is the deadline for proposals from the membership to be submitted. And right after that, the full negotiation committee gets called together. And after the full negotiation committee goes over all the proposals, you actually elect what is known as the executive negotiation committee. And those individuals actually sit across from the employer and negotiate the contract.
So to some people, all this sounds like it might be way down the line, but really this vote coming up for Section 8 is sort of crucial to set the key people in place, right, to get everything laid out.
It really does when you think about when the contract ends and so forth, but look how close we are to Christmas already.
Yeah.
It's coming up on us, and it's so important that people realize that if in a blink of an eye, the contract will be ending and we'll be going into the next one.
It's like a chain reaction, and this is like the first link in the chain. So it's crucial for everybody to get out and to vote. And if, like you said, if you want to be a leader and step up, to go ahead and get nominated.
Yes, so true. And that's why this round of meetings that we've been holding, we're in the middle of it, is we're just sharing how the process works. And that's how crucial and it is important they understand the steps as we move forward.
Big moves. And, for members, maybe I don't want to get nominated myself, but how can I support this whole process?
You actually just come out and just be vocal. You actually just ask if you might not want to be the chief steward, but maybe one of the officers, a secretary or treasurer. Each union has those two officers, or just a steward themselves.
Yeah.
Just let me just also cover that even if you don't want the title itself, a lot of people realize that they're still member leaders. When people in your workplace come to you for answers, and they're lost in the questions, and they don't know that they can come to the union, and they're going to you already, you're basically the chief steward without the title.
So you might as well just get the title too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if people want to vote, they can't just go out and vote. You need to register first, correct?
So as long as you're a dues-paying member in good standing, what's going to happen is we're going to be able to put out a notification on our next Malama Pono, the dates and the Bayshards when we're going to be holding these elections. And you just got to come out. You got to be able to just show up. We'll verify your name on the membership list. The nominations will open up. The names will go into the hat, and the process begins.
And who knows, maybe you could be the next Kalani.
You never know. I went from just a member to a treasurer to a chief steward, then on to a delegate, vice president, state director.
Well, first you started OCCC with pink nails.
Yeah,
and now look at how far you've come.
OCCC, pink nails, representing my guys around the clock.
Yeah. You mentioned it a little earlier, and it's really sort of hard to wrap your brain around this. With 2024 being right around the corner, that also means Christmas is even closer. And you guys have something really special planned for Christmas this year with the Blue Collar Christmas.
Yes, it's going to actually be our second annual Blue Collar Christmas. And if we went back just to the first one on the island of Hawaii and Kauai, when we held those events, it was so beautiful. We had a large turnout on both islands. The members that came out and supported, they took it to a next level of being able to take care of these kids who are in the foster care system. And it's a way that UPW just gives back to the community. Day in and day out, our members are coaches, leaders in the community, leaders of our church. These are all stuff we do daily, but we wanted to be able to show it publicly to everyone, let them know we run these communities, we run these districts, we run these towns. And the Blue Collar Christmas is our starship. That's the way we're able to do it. It's just, we bring these families out from Catholic Charities. They're in the foster care system. They come out on day of activities. They have all these different stations, gingerbread cookies, postcard writing, build a Santa Claus sleigh, take a photo with a reindeer. It's just fun games, awesome games. And in the end, they get an item that was on wish list. And this year, it's actually going to be statewide. Every island is hosting one. And as we go through these meetings that we're holding now in our Section 8s, we're doing an angel tree. And the members can come out, see which kid they want. They're picking up the gifts. They're picking them up, dropping them off at the Union Hall. And it's just going to be extra special for these kids. The one story I love from last year was just one kid asked for a heated blanket. And nobody knew why a 12-year-old wanted a heated blanket.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Yeah.
But when he came out and he walked up to pick up his prize, we had asked him, hey, nephew, all these toys here, Nerf guns, everything, you sure you want a heated blanket? And he just said, I live Volcano. My foster parents live Volcano, and it gets cold, and I want something just a little warmer. And our guys from our roads went out, ran down to Target, and that kid went home with a comforter, queen-size comforter, pillows, a whole new bedroll seats. They really took care of him, and they even bought him a couple of jackets and everything. And it just goes to show that everything that UPW members do, we do it from the heart. And all those kids, those nights, and every event we move forward, that's our family. That's our nieces and nephews, and we're just going to be looking out for them.
Yeah, I know you've said it before on our last episode, is UPW really is like one big family. And once you're in the Ohana, you're in the Ohana.
You're stuck. There's no going out.
Now, you got the pink nails, I understand, but the beard seems like you're halfway to Santa Claus already, too. Are we going to get a Kalani Santa Claus appearance this
year? Somehow I always get nominated as a Santa Claus.
You fit the bill in more ways than one, for sure.
I got the bowl full of jelly going already also, so if I got to step up to that role, Hawaii Division, they went above and beyond. They actually had Santa Claus and a Christmas reindeer in the event. So that's a call out to the other divisions.
It's a dog with antlers on top, or?
That was the biggest controversy because you had half the kids screaming out, it's a reindeer, and the other half of the kids in, it's a Christmas dog.
Either way, potato.
Yeah.
Christmas means shopping, of course. And man, you guys, this new exciting UPW store, and you can do it on your couch in your underwear. Tell me all about it.
I don't know if you can do it on your couch in your underwear, but
That came out wrong. That sounded wrong.
We'll talk to Maleko about it later.
We'll edit that in post.
Okay. It was something that we envisioned when we took over the administratorship, that we wanted to be able to get our brand out there, so that you're in public and you could have a shirt that said that what union you were a part of. When you're walking around in the store or the mall, or you're at the soccer fields with the family, and you've seen other individuals with the United Public Workers or the local 646 on. We wanted to be able to get that more accessible to the members. So we created the shopupw.com. And on this store, we opened it up, and I have two of the products I hear that I had actually purchased. We have all our polos that are available, all multiple colors. We have them in talls. We have them all the way up to 7X. I'm not going to open up a store and not take care of the big guys.
I was going to say.
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually looking at it. I believe this is my wife's shirt. This is not my shirt. But it's with our new logo on the sleeve. It's got our international astronomy. It's on the right hand. That's a little bit more meaning for us. But we even got beanies. We got bags.
Yeah.
We got multiple clear bags for our correction officers. Our state president loves the clear fanny pack. Big fan. I think he was the first one to make a purchase.
Nice.
It's a high-vis yellow jacket that's just beautiful that we're at these meetings and members are walking up with their phones open and they already had items in their cart and they're like, we're waiting for this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but we had to have a purpose to the store. What was the bigger reason? And it comes down to the James Toledo Scholarship. The proceeds, the profits from this store is going to fund our scholarship.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that scholarship.
Our scholarship was named after one of our founding fathers, and it was started around 2016, and it got up and running, and it ran into a few speed bumps, and then the funding wasn't coming in. So we cannot be the largest labor union out there, the largest blue-collar working union out there, and not be able to take care of the kids. We cannot promote our union, our ohana, and not take care of the children. So one of our biggest priorities when I took over this union was focusing on getting that scholarship out. So now that we have a means of having steady income via the website and the store, this winter we're going to put out the essay questions for kids going into their 12th grade year that are going to graduate in 2024. And they're going to be able to participate and win scholarships come next spring. And it's just something that's been overdue. It's something that's needed to help take care of our families. And I'm just so proud that we're able to launch it this year.
So if you've been paying attention, this whole episode, a lot of talk about supporting the keiki, right? And obviously the keiki are our future. But there's more people that you're supporting. Lahaina, the wildfires, it's been a rough go in Maui. What is UPW doing with Maui Strong?
Well, in the first day after the fires, UPW showed what it truly means to be an ohana statewide. Every division, every island organized drives to get canned goods, perishables, clothing, propane tanks, toilet papers, diapers, anything we could collect statewide, and we got it over to Maui. And we were utilizing the airlines, and so we were able to get it by day 2 on that island.
That's incredible.
Yeah. We made sure that not only our families and the local families were taken care of, it was making sure Maui as a community was taken care of. Because we all know and we see what happened in Lahaina, but Kula got hit.
Yeah.
Kihei got hit. Other parts of Maui was hit. And that's why it's so important that people know it's Maui strong. It's Hawaii strong. It's a family, everybody was at risk. Somebody knows somebody that was injured or hurt or lost. And UPW, to be the first couple of days, meant everything. And we've heard it directly from our members. When they shared with us that when they're in line trying to get supplies and they see all these pallets coming in and our stickers covering all over it, they see our members driving on a flatbed truck, actually a trailer truck being pulled by a small hard-body Nissan. And just so you know, that's Doug Corral going all over the place. And they're just going around and passing out at different communities, helping out. Even when we heard families in Hana, families at other parts of the island just needed assistance, we were there just to help. We had a warehouse full of supplies. We had donations coming in from the mainland. And this wasn't just UPW. Our sister union, HGA, Randy Pereira, in the day one, he gives me a call and we sit down and we worked it out where it was a joint union together, showing that both of us being the 2 largest unions combined together, showing we're truly ASHME strong and assisting our members on Maui. And we see it as we talk to them, that the union being one of the first ones there for them meant a lot.
Yeah, you think about the chaos from those first few days and just it's really incredible to think about the fact that you were able to come together and to get supplies over there so quickly when most people were still trying to get the lay of the land, right? Yeah. Members, how were you able to get the supplies into members' hands? Was that through the hall?
That was our base camp was our union hall in Wailuku. We actually had our members, our vice president, Jay, Doug Carrera, their friends and families all stepped up to a next level, and they were just out there helping getting the supplies out. Word of mouth, even our private sector stewards and member leaders from Maui Memorial, Holly McCool, they were all stepping out, being around and just helping out. Our new union rep, Leonard Rodriguez, stepped up and above and beyond. They just stepped into a role because, again, it was their community needed the help. There was their family, their bloodlines, that they needed to be there. And it was so much more why we had to do this.
Yeah, it's just really incredible to think about people in Maui that lost their own homes and had family members that lost so much that were still there on the front lines to step up and help everybody else.
It's when you do hear the stories directly from our members and they share the loss and everything they went through, it's a hard one. It really is. And all we can do is just stand there and support. When they need us, we're there for them. And a key thing that we keep telling each of them is, as we rebuild Lahaina, we want to make sure that we're there to celebrate when it reopens. And that's why as we move forward, we want to make sure all the precautions are in place. We take our time as we do reopen everything. Because when that town gets rebuilt, it's going to be UPW hands that help rebuild it. And that's why it's going to be so important, and it's going to mean more this time.
Yeah, and it just speaks again to how important it is to be a part of UPW, because UPW is doing so much great stuff for the community, whether you're a UPW member or not.
It really does show the family bond we now try to have and the support we catch for one another. To me, one of the funniest stories that came out of that whole drive statewide, we were in Hilo, and we took the first rolls of pallets, and they were full of toilet paper, and the pallets were weighing about just over 200 pounds, or just under 200. And we had pallets with generators, and they told us that they couldn't take the generators. But that's something we know they need. So we took everything back, and we come back to the airport to drop off the pallets again, and they weigh it, and they say, hey, your toilet paper is almost 400 pounds now. What's happening here? I was like, that's 2-ply toilet paper. So they just shake their head, and they're like, yeah, we're good, and they just loaded it up. So we made sure we did everything we could to get the supplies over, and we made sure that we continue to help them any way we can.
That's so awesome. It's going to be a long fight, but it's nice to know that UPW is going to be there till the very end.
Yeah, we're going to continue to be there. We'll always be there for them. Be able to just sit there and talk, or even just listen to what concerns they have. We'll try and always be there for them.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit, temporary hazard pay, something on everybody's mind.
Yeah, it's always on the subject. That's actually the pink elephant in the room.
Hey.
Actually, just recently, Judiciary, we just had the ratification vote. They accepted the offer that the Chief Justice put out for them. It was a 99.9% vote. We had one spoiled vote. The members came out, heard the terms, they agreed to the terms. But actually, what those individuals in Judiciary did, and even on Maui County, who actually received their checks last year, they created the foundations for all the other unions as we move forward. That clearly shows us that we were at risk during the pandemic. And we have more of the employers coming to the tables, trying to talk deal. But more importantly, is right around the corner is arbitration for all these cases. And what we're trying to just get is complete fair across the board of payout that we know our members are owed because it's what's in the contract. But this celebration, this award that we got in this settlement, it just strengthens our fight. And it's actually, like the members shared to me, is when they seen Maui County fall and they seen Judiciary fall, they looked at it as, this is not something like a mirage. It's achievable, it's going to happen. And we're going to get that for them.
Awesome. I love it. And before we go, finally, let's talk about UPW's new communication initiative.
You know, we're really launching, not only getting in contact with our members through our emails and our Malama Pono, we're really pushing our social media side with our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and we're actually doing events tied to those social media branches that gets the members more involved. Right now, during informational meetings, as members come in and they show us that they are following us on those platforms, they actually get put into a raffle for win a shirt from the store.
Nice.
we're actually going to be launching very shortly an email going out that we're going to be doing a mask and magic contest, a UPW mask and magic contest, where the members are going to be sending us in photos of their kids in costumes, and we're going to be posting it on social media. The ones that get the most likes, that's the ones that are going to be winning prizes. Just getting more involvement. But the key point is, this is one of the best ways we can reach the members the quickest. When we're going to need to call that call to arms and get everybody's attention, and we got to get all the brothers and sisters together, it's through this social media platform. And it's just more ways of connecting and sharing our stories. So UPW's Mask and Magic photo contest is coming up. We have these raffles going on. There's going to just be more and more coming from our communications department.
I love it. Plus, it's just fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Not everything has to be serious,
no,
right?
And you buy a costume for a kid, it's for one night a year. This gives the extra reason just on odd night just to dress the kid up and take the picture. So it's even more fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you, Kalani, so much. I have one final question before we go. You get one Schmedium UPW polo for me.
I think we do have a Schmedium.
Not quite the same size as you.
You know what? I actually believe we have, for the month of October on our website right now, we have a breast cancer awareness shirt. It's a black UPW shirt with all in pink letters, and the proceeds from that is going to cancer research.
Perfect.
I think we do have a medium for you.
I'm not afraid of a little pink, clearly. This wasn't even planned today either.
Odd enough, I'm not afraid of pink either. Real men wear pink.
That's right. That's right. Kalani, thank you, brother. Until next time.
Next time, brother.
Aloha.